really.
Perfect. So, hi everyone. Thank you for being over here. Hopefully you guys had a great AWS reInvent. As you see, I had one. I'm starting to lose my voice, so that's how we know that actually we're having a great time. Thank you for being here once again. So my name is Dan Dobrescu. I'm working at Red Hat as a sales specialist on OpenShift, and I have with me today Matt Bruno, who's a senior container specialist at AWS, and we also have our special guest, Jean-François Gamache, who is the CIO of CAE. We chose the title today, From Ground to Cloud, because I think it actually talks about the aviation world. Lifting off, gaining speed, and accelerating into the cloud. Before we get started, I would like to set up a little bit the stage of what we're going to be talking today. And OpenShift, Red Hat OpenShift is something that's very important in this presentation. And GF is going to talk about a lot about it. It's the foundation for their innovation. And as you see over here, this is our platform. It can run anywhere, physical, virtual, cloud, or even edge. And that allows customers to have a great streamline of application development with CI/CD. It reduces operational overhead. And it helps customers to have a consistent experience everywhere, wherever they're running. And we build everything up from the ground with our Red Hat Enterprise Linux and Kubernetes on top of it. And I like to say that it's Kubernetes on steroids with everything that we have over here. So Matt, can you please tell us a little bit more? We're at the AWS reInvent. Can you please tell us a little bit more about how we're working together and the partnership between AWS and Red Hat?
Sure, Dan. So the partnership with Red Hat and AWS go back all the way to 2008, when the first version of RHEL, the Red Hat Enterprise Linux, was actually made available for you to run on EC2 machine. Over the years, there was many addition, feature, services. We'll see them in a couple of slides. But one of the very important launch was the Red Hat OpenShift offering on AWS, or ROSA as we call it. Basically, today, you can run OpenShift directly on-prem, or you can manage your own OpenShift platform on EC2 machine. Or if you want a more managed version, you can use ROSA, which is directly managed in partnership with both Red Hat and AWS as a platform that you run to really minimize all the operational overload that you have to maintain to have a successful platform. That comes with a lot of benefits. For the actual developer itself, it's a fully managed clusters. Takes a few minutes to build, deploy your application, come all with the great OpenShift toolings that you're familiar with. It allows a lot of teams to collaborate on shared projects in the way that you're familiar with all the OpenShift platforms that comes with it, all the experience of the OpenShift platform. For administrators, more specifically, it does provide a standardized and very streamlined operation across on-prem and all the cloud environments where you have OpenShift deployed. Comes with built-in monitoring, logging, and all kind of networking options. And basically, you can easily choose to upgrade your version as you see fit in all your OpenShift, across all your OpenShift deployment. For specific leaders, that brings in consolidated billings. You do have visibility on costs across the whole business. And basically, inside of AWS, you do have the consumption is actually based, the pricing is actually based on consumption, so you can add and remove nodes, even giving the regular EC2 pricing, as well as the ROSA specific pricing. It does come with a 99.95% SLA, basically 24/7 hours monitoring by both Red Hat and AWS teams. But on top of this, it allows you to use the breadth and depth of all the AWS services to augment the capability of your clusters. So if you want to store files in S3 into a database offering, one of the RDS managed database, for example, you can do so directly from ROSA. You can use the IAM role to attach the workloads to those services. So it really gives a lot of flexibility into having your workloads in the cloud in a managed platform, managed OpenShift platform, but still use all the benefit of managed services that AWS does provide. So in a nutshell, right, this is really a joint offering. So you have the regular OpenShift container platform where you and Red Hat are responsible for most of the thing. And as you move into the cloud, you can deploy your own OpenShift platform on EC2. You're still responsible for most of the aspect of it. But with ROSA, there is really a simplified platform where management and supports is a joint effort by Red Hat and AWS, so that you can move to build the most important feature for your business, not have to worry about maintaining the platform yourself. Dan, you want to talk about a couple of other offerings?
Definitely. So I think it's great the fact that Red Hat and AWS are working together. Again, you are able to run it on self-managed, or if you want to actually release the burden of managing the cluster itself, you're actually able to run it into a managed solution where Red Hat and AWS are working together to make sure that you have a great uptime and you have the best of the platform, that Kubernetes platform. Again, Matt spoke a lot about the integration with the different AWS offering, but we also, what's great in Marketplace, you can actually get all the offerings from Red Hat directly from the Marketplace. So you're actually able to procure them, subscribe, deploy, and manage them through the console of the Marketplace, which is something that is very good. We spoke earlier about ROSA, but again, there's a lot more. There's going to be Red Hat Enterprise Linux AI. We're able to run Red Hat OpenShift virtualization in the cloud. Or different offerings as Red Hat Automation Platform that can actually control on-prem and in the cloud. Earlier this year, at the Red Hat Summit, we actually had CAE as our main presenter, and they actually won the Red Hat Innovation Award. And the reason why they won it, it was for the advancements that they did with OpenShift and the Red Hat products. Some of them was around running mission-critical applications that actually allow airplanes to take off every 5 seconds. So by now, about 100 or more airplanes took off just in the few minutes that we spoke. The other stuff was around for them to innovate in their simulators. So what CAE did, they actually are running Red Hat OpenShift inside their simulators. So those big simulators that everybody trains, all the pilots are training on them, they are actually powered by OpenShift. The geek inside me loves the fact that it's low latency, it's one platform and so on. But for CIOs and CEOs, what actually they like is that they're able to have one platform that they can evolve on top of it, wherever they want to run VMs, containers, or AI workloads. So that allows for them to have a platform that can evolve over time, and they can actually provide to the end customer the resources that are needed. Also, something that is very important is the fact that they're going to be able to connect them together or in order to reduce the operational risk and the cost associated with that one. So without further ado, I'll pass it over to Jean-François to kind of talk about how he's keeping aviation safe and how he partnered with AWS and Red Hat. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
No problem.
First, just to set up the context a little bit, CAE, every time you fly, every time you step on an aircraft for business or for pleasure, there's a big chance that the pilot trained with us. We are the largest training service provider worldwide for civil aviation, and we extend our services and our applications to the defense as well. Basically, we train more than 150,000 pilots every year. We manage all the applications, so we work with the OEMs, we work with all the airlines, we work with the pilots to make the aviation world safer. So we prepare in the training the pilots for the moment that matters. So in case of an incident or in case of something that can happen, they are ready to respond the right way to that incident. In addition, we are a global company, so we train worldwide in more than 85 sites in different countries. That increases the complexity of those workloads and those operations. We also control and operate the entire value chain, from R&D to supply chain, to manufacturing, to the training centers, booking, scheduling with the pilots, with the operators, with the instructors, so the entire value chain. And more importantly, we are building everything from almost from the ground up, everything. So we have a community of 3,000 developers. And that's the reason why I'm here today. I want to congratulate them for the award, and also thank the partnership that we are having with AWS and Red Hat in this journey. I'm just going to show you a little video to show you the magnitude of the operations.
At CAE, our purpose is to make the world safer. From pilots flying us to the people we can't wait to see, to defense forces safeguarding what we cherish. We are proud to be the partner of choice for those operating in the most complex environments. In civil aviation and defense and security, we are unleashing the power of technology to equip people to perform at their best when the stakes are highest. Our commitment is unwavering. Around the globe, we're everywhere you need us to be, providing cutting-edge training and critical operations solutions that enhance human performance and efficiency. We build next-generation technology with a shared common purpose, shaping a better future. We are committed to our customers' success, to our planet's sustainable future, and to our people's aspirations. It's an ambitious mission, but we never compromise. Our focus remains on revolutionizing how we will deliver safety for all. Today and tomorrow, we'll make sure you're ready for the moments that matter.
As you can see here, the aviation industry is working really hard as a whole in order to make sure that the aviation transportation mode is the safest mode by far. It is by far. Everybody contributes to this accomplishment, but we think that we play a big role in this. We contribute a lot in this accomplishment. So as you can see, it's safe to fly. Concerning CAE, we've been innovating for the last more than 75 years. So it's more than 8 decades where we catched tech waves one after the other. And also we transformed the company across different business operating models. We started as a manufacturing company, and now we are in training services, recurring services for pilots worldwide. And now it's time to think about the next tech wave. And this is our big concern. The tech wave that is coming in is an important one with AI, and we need to be ready to catch this next wave. Also, in addition to the complexity that I've just described in terms of operations, in terms of services, and in terms of critical operations and the big mission that we have to make the world safer, we see that the industry is growing. It's growing fast. More passengers, but also the demand in pilot training is growing in the next few years. By 2024, we're going to have more than 2.4 times more pilots to train than we train actually today. This is because some people will go in retirement, and also the demand is growing. So it needs scales. But in addition to that, we see that the customers' expectations are growing because of the applications they are used to every day: prediction, customization, personalization. So it's everywhere. So the expectations are high, and also the complexity of the technology is always growing for the developers. In addition to that, we have more compliance issues. Regulation is growing, compliances are growing. We have pressure to reduce costs and increase the quality at the same time. The same as the other industries. So the statu quo is not an option. We absolutely need to change the way we work all the time. That has been the case for the last 80 years. But right now, things evolve faster with data and AI, and the technology evolves faster. So the statu quo doesn't exist anymore. And we think that we can't evolve in an incremental way. We need to disrupt ourselves. If we don't disrupt yourself and catch the next wave, other companies will do. So that's important to reinvent the way we work all the time. And for this, we develop 4 basic capabilities inside the business. One is on the technology side. So that's why we are here with AWS and Red Hat. We build tech capabilities in order to go faster and to innovate more, and to increase the tech intensity that we have with the developers, and the capacity that they have to try something, learn from this, and innovate. On the other side, it's super important to change the way we work. So the operating model is very, very key in this thing. It's not just about technology, but it's also about the culture. We've been a company based on projects, operating model, and the more we evolve, we implement a product operating model, which bring more innovation and a new mindset. Culture, talent, we need to adjust also. We are working super hard to upskill our staff with the new technology. The technology right now are evolving very, very fast. And of course, I think the most important point, the most important capability is the data. Data, AI capability, maybe foundational model that we need to build internally to boost our AI. Here it's more the same thing. What we foresee for the next wave in terms of technology. So we modernized in the 20s with AWS, the cloud. So that was an important innovation vector. Going in the cloud allowed us to remove lots of tech debt. With 75 years of legacy, of course, you need to work a lot on the tech debt. We also consolidate on one unique platform, a smarter platform, OpenShift, that allowed us to deploy everywhere the same way. And it connects also the developers with platform engineering with the complexity of the technology. So we absolutely want to have a layer that abstracts the complexity from the devs, and that to make sure that they can focus only on the domain problems. The next wave is going to be more about AI and data. And as you can see here, we leverage already OpenShift AI to deploy AI everywhere, on the edge as well on the SIM. That's the kind of infrastructure that shows at super high level the kind of infrastructure that we have at CAE. So it's very, very global. We have 8 cloud regions to be closer to our customers. We leverage OpenShift everywhere, so we can deploy across the entire spectrum of targets the same way. So that's one of the reasons we selected Red Hat, because it's not just on the cloud. We want to have the same experience on the cloud, on the data center, and also on the edge on the simulators. And we the more and more we deploy the AI models everywhere as well. One thing that you can see here, the more we go, an important aspect is to manage all the assets that we have across the entire ecosystem. So this is going to give us a capacity to optimize all the different processes. We have data from all the different regions, from all the different devices. So we have data that is coming from everywhere in the process. I said previously that we control and operate the entire value chain. So we have data stream coming from everywhere, and we're going to leverage this to optimize the operations and optimize the cost, the quality, and the efficiency of what we do. AI and the platform is not just changing the way the experience, the customer experience, but it is also changing and evolving the experience that the developers are having. We build a product, a platform engineering product with a team, and that consolidates and standardizes the way all the developers are working at CAE in the different product teams. So we have multiple product teams that are cross-functional in 3 continents, and we absolutely want them to have some guardrails in order to standardize the way they work. The more it's self-service, it's a self-service application. It comes with DevHub as well, on which they can discover their APIs, discover their building blocks, discover the CI/CD templates, and this fast-track all the operations. This is a set of best practices and paved path that they can use to go faster. Right now, there's a big shift in the platform engineering, and this is powered by AI. It had a huge evolution last year with the different platforms that we are using. It helps us to not just remove tech debt in the different applications that we support, but also generating code. Almost 40% of the code that we produce now, in some cases, is generated by AI. But testing, improve the PR, improve the quality of the code. And in top of that, it helps us to increase the cybersecurity, vulnerability management. So that's something that boosts the experience with the engineering teams. At the same time, I think it's a big factor to increase the tech intensity. We have a platform. We have lots of goodness that is coming from all the services provided by the clouds and all the different other tools that we have. But we needed a way to facilitate the access to those tools and those capabilities for the engineers. So that's what we do with this platform. On top of that, as I said, the AI is the next big thing, and it's our big mandate right now to boost the customer experience with more prediction, more personalization, improve the way the customers interact with CAE. Not just the customers, but the operators and also the instructors and all the planners. So we have multiple personas around the platform, and we need to help them to accomplish their work. And on the other side, we have a big initiative right now to improve and reinvent the business operating models, the key business operating processes. So basically, we start from mapping the processes, re-engineer all the processes, and see where we have opportunities to inject AI at the enterprise level. As I said, it's a game changer also for the employees, and this is going to be implemented as well in the product. We discussed at the beginning of the presentation, Dan talked about what we're doing for the simulators, but we need to also make sure bring this device in the agentic world and the AI world. So that's something that we do. So we embed AI in the processes, we embed AI in the customer experience within the product, and also we empower the employees and the developers with AI. We access through the cloud to more than 2,000 standard commercial models. Lots of open source. We want to innovate with open source as much as we can, but also we have access to different models, and we're trying, we are experimenting a lot. Just to show you some example of the kind of return on investment that we see from dealing with this technology with the Red Hat, AWS. In terms of, so basically we see benefits across the board, but basically we see cost reduction in the infrastructure. We see more efficiency for the deployment in terms of quality, in terms of frequency, in terms of pace, deployment time as well. Up to 40%, it's more to up to 40% more efficient in terms of costs, where we implemented Red Hat OpenShift for the infrastructure. But deployment, which is a measure that counts even more for me, because we can test more, we can try more with the customer. So we increase the deployment, we reduce the deployment time by a lot. The deployment pace, we are faster as well. We do more, and maybe more important, the pull requests are more efficient. So we do more with the devs. So those are big numbers. I think if we look at them today, it's even it's even better today. But those are the numbers that we had maybe 2-3 months ago. We continuously improve. An important thing that I want to mention is I talked a lot about the culture, and I talked about our culture and technology is mixed together to increase the way we work and the way we innovate. And I think it starts from there. The innovation loop, accelerating the innovation loop or the creation loop. So we are using the technology that we've discussed in order to improve this innovation loop. So it starts from having more speed is not just delivering more features for the same amount of time. For us, the speed is more to try more things to the full cycle, increase the speed of the full cycle with the customers. Try more things with the customers, have feedback very fast, feed that feedback into the product decisions. So that's the kind of mindset that we have. And we wanted a platform where it's safe for the developers to test and try things and to get data from those testings. So the way we see the platform and the way we are using this technology is a kind of a learning engine where every time we test something, it's an opportunity for us to have data points, and from there we improve the products. So here you can see that we are using all the AI tools in order to improve the code, the speed of the code. The OpenShift is helping also to reduce the friction that the developers are having with the platforms. So it automates a lot of things. And all the deployment is facilitated using those CI/CD embedded tools within the platform. We are using the cloud to deploy in multiple regions, closer to the customers, doing deployment in range to test something with customers that are in a certain range before deploying this at large. And with the customers, we can scale. We very fast. We can have the reliability that we want and have the experience that we expect. So we are leveraging all the different tools and all the different platforms in order to boost that innovation loop. In the past, that's not the operating model that we had. We were working maybe a couple of years ago in projects, and that doesn't work right now in the industry if you want to disrupt. Another thing that we see, we have 2,500 developers across the planet, and those are evolving. Technology is evolving. We need to upskill those people all the time. So that's an important aspect as well. We work with AWS and Red Hat, and we are asking the devs in the community to get their certifications, go to the different courses. So we push a lot for this adoption of the technology and learning. So we want them to adopt a growth mindset and to develop their careers. We empower them with the partners in order to make sure that they are on the edge for this. So we develop also strong communities. So with the developers is a big community. So it's not under the same team, but we manage this as a group, if you want, and that's a way for us. The platform is a way for us to make sure that we standardize the way they work, the way they learn. We implemented the centers of excellence as well, and through partnership, we make sure that they can have access to the best courses, learning, and opportunities to increase their knowledge. So that's a recap of this presentation and how we are leveraging the platform. So basically, we have 75 years of experience, and the aviation is still growing and evolving. But at the same time, as I said, we have all other challenges because the tech is more complex. The regulations are growing as well, and the customers' expectations are always increasing. So we absolutely need to change the way we work all the time. We need to change the technology. We need to be ready to adopt new technologies and new mindsets. And for this, as a foundation, we are using a smart infrastructure, and we are leveraging data and AI and also platform engineering to increase the tech intensity the devs can have with those technologies. And as a result, we expect that right now, as you've seen in the numbers, we have very good accomplishments in terms of safety with the aviation industry. But in terms of CAE, our plan is to deliver an integrated training ecosystem, end-to-end, based on data, AI, insights, and bring our expertise to the customers to deliver more outcomes. Thank you.